This week in East Brunswick, the class of '84 bids farewell to East Brunswick High School. Later we'll stop in at the Municipal Flag Day ceremony. On Kids' Comments, Camille French reviews Here's to the Sophomores. And Adrian Eisner will discuss traveling abroad on Consumer Aware. All this and more this week on This Week in East Brunswick. This Wednesday evening, the class of '84 bid a fond farewell to their school days at East Brunswick High School. The 22nd graduating class of EBHS filed onto the field and then, perhaps for the last time, heard their alma mater performed by the band and mixed chorus. Rabbi Eric Milgram of the Reformed Temple of East Brunswick gave the invocation. Valedictorian Aruna Sanuti spoke to her class, and Rhonda Johns, president of the class of '84, gave the farewell address.
But before we look to the future, where have we been for the past 3 years? Some of us will consider high school a beginning, while others will consider it an end. But for all of us, it was a time filled with learning and living, growing and maturing. However, what remains so vivid in my mind are the friendships that were born and nurtured in the school's classrooms and hallways, never to be forgotten. However, just as there was joy, there was also sorrow. Many of us still mourn the death of our classmate and friend, Helen Renz, who, due to sudden, tragic accident, lost her life. But in memory, she is with us today. Sitting here patiently awaiting our diplomas, feelings of relief, fatigue, elation, and sadness absorb our thoughts as we face a magnitude of uncertainty. Not only are we leaving the security of a school that we have attended for 3 happy years, but also the security of our friends who have provided love, comfort, and a source of sanity. But we must acknowledge the vast goals that lie ahead of us. No matter where life leads us, college, career centers, the job market, marriage, we must fulfill our dreams. We are on our way to attaining leadership qualities which can bring forth a peaceful and harmonious world. Let this be the class that leads humanity to true equality between the races, religions, and sexes. Our potential must be facilitated towards a productive future, undaunted by failures. And in closing, think about these moments which will soon become memories of the past. Remember, too, that all past challenges, whether they ended in success or failure, have been invaluable in making us what we are today. Not people who are afraid to explore, but rather people who yearn to do so. I thank you, the graduating class of 1984, and wish you the best always. Congratulations.
Among the other speakers of the day, Superintendent of Schools Dr. Joseph Sweeney addressed the seniors, and High School Principal James Sheeran spoke of the future.
But will each of you let go of the role that you have assumed during your school years? In the months and years to come, you will become less dependent upon your parents and guardians and more responsible for yourself. Some of you long for this independence. I venture to say most of you long for this independence. You will quickly realize that being independent involves responsibility, commitment, at times pain, sometimes joy, and mostly hard work. Your graduation from high school means leaving what's over without denying its validity or its past importance in your lives. Your teachers over the past 12 years have tried to impart truths that they believe are important to you now and in the years ahead. This passing, your graduation from East Brunswick High School, involves a sense of future, a belief that every exit line is an entry, that you're moving on rather than just moving out. The secret of moving from one part of your life to another may be living in each day. How many of us live in the past, or we live in the future, but we really fail to live in the present? You must live now, but recognize that tomorrow will bring change. It is hard to recognize that life isn't a holding action, but a dynamic, changing process. And it's not easy to learn that we don't leave the best parts of ourselves behind back at the prom, or on the field. You now own what you've learned these years. These experiences and the growth that has taken place is grafted into your lives. When you leave this field today, you take with you the knowledge, the experience, and the rich relationships of your high school years. When you leave, you can walk away with confidence, and I trust you'll walk away quite gracefully. Godspeed, class of 1984.
Anne Marie Allen, Celine M. Scott, Melissa A. Hilsebeck, Megan Ann Fitzgerald. Irina Borodin, Marnie Beth Smilo, Stephanie R. Goodman, Moira Bridget Maggio, Len Schenk.
Lippman, Michael Schoblock. Amy Jill Denzinger, Brenda J. Kellerman, Michelle Niglia, Christina M. Thompson. James Joseph Cregan, David Jameson, Stephen J. Paratori, William Wallace. Amy B. Davis, Michael Crocco, Scott Jennings, Edward Perilla, Richard J. Wayner. Kevin M. Curry, Douglas, Kenneth R. Cutler, Norman T. Katz, Paul Pukowski, Jonathan Whitland. Sharon DeMea, Jeffrey Wenbignac. Marie Emanuel, Stacy Klein, Joyce Ellen Pressler, Diane Bocatura.
The staff of Channel 8 would also like to extend congratulations to Josh Alex. Besides being a member in good standing of the class of '84, Josh has been a part-time production assistant here at this Channel 8 studio for the past 2 years, and his interest, dedication, and technical know-how have certainly been appreciated. Last Saturday, the municipal grounds was the site for the annual Flag Day ceremonies, this year hosted by the East Brunswick Elks. The ceremonies included Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts from local troops bearing flags from various times in our history, speeches on patriotism from members of the Elks, as well as songs from the East Brunswick Barbershop Quartet.
So gallant
members of the Elks took turns highlighting different periods in the evolution of our flag, from Revolutionary War times to the present.
It is generally believed that in May or June of 1776, a committee consisting of George Washington, Robert Morris, and George Ross commissioned Betsy Ross, a Philadelphia Quakeress, to make a flag from the rough design they left with her. It is said that she suggested that the stars should have 5 points rather than 6. This starry banner was first flown at Fort Stanwix, called Fort Schuyler at that time, near the city of Rome, New York, on August 3rd, 1777, and was under fire 3 days later at the Battle of Arkansas, August 6, 1777, during a British and Indian attack. The first official salute to the Stars and Stripes was given on February 14, 1778, by France on the French coast, when the Ranger, under command of John Paul Jones, was saluted by the French fleet. This flag, then carried by the Ranger, was made by the young women of Portsmouth, New Hampshire, from stripes of their best-colored silk dresses and the white wedding gown of a recent bride. It is said that this same Ranger flag was flown by Jones's ship, the Bonhomme Richard, in a thrilling fight by moonlight upon the high seas with the British frigate Serapis. When the Serapis struck her colors, the immortal fame of John Paul Jones was ensured as the intrepid defender of the youthful republic.
Okay. Hi, my name is Camille French. I'm in 9th grade and I attend Mount St. Mary's Academy. Here's to the Sophomores was a very humorous book. My favorite character was Old Norbury because he was especially helpful to his friends in many ways. The theme of this story is that friends are very important in high school. They are what make high school fun. The ending of Here's to the Sophomores is ironic and the plot is excellent. Here's to the Sophomores would appeal to high school students in their freshman or sophomore year.
Hi, I'm Dolly Promo for This Week in East Brunswick, and I have a double-header day of enjoyment for you this Saturday, June 23rd. The first thing, from 8 o'clock a.m. in the morning till 2 o'clock p.m. in the afternoon, at the Playhouse here will be a humongous garage sale and flea market. We'll have absolutely everything and anything you could ever want to scrounge through. Don't miss it. Okay, from there, you can kind of go home, get a little nap, take a swim, and at 7 o'clock p.m. at the Community Beach up on Dunham's Corner Road, we have the Garden State Symphonic Pops Orchestra, who will be up there at 7 o'clock. It's a 60-piece orchestra, and they're going to do a marvelous hour and a half of great music. So don't forget, if you're watching this Thursday night, you still have time to call us if you have merchandise that you want to drop off and donate to us. And if you're watching us on Saturday, you have time to still get up here to the flea market and up to the concert at 7 o'clock p.m. at the Community Beach. Have a great day Saturday, and hopefully I'll see you.
Hello, and welcome to Consumer Aware. I'm Adrienne Eisner of the East Brunswick Consumer Affairs Office. We are approaching the season when many Americans will be traveling abroad and also to different parts of our country. A small theft or loss is a minor nuisance when traveling in the United States, but can become a major headache if you are traveling in another country. So if you're planning to travel abroad this summer, there are some precautions which will be well worth the effort. The first rule is travel light. Don't take anything unless you'll use it. And don't take anything you can't afford to lose, such as expensive jewelry, furs, documents, or valuable books. If you have a homeowner's policy, check to see whether the property you take with you is insured against theft. Certain kinds of property, such as cameras and tape recorders, are usually excluded. If you want insurance for such equipment, it may be necessary to purchase a floater. But even in that case, property sometimes is excluded under certain conditions. Take no unnecessary papers or credit cards either. If you're going to Paris, you'll have no need for your Macy's credit card. In addition to your passport, it's a good idea to carry another identifying document with you, preferably one with a photograph. Once you've assembled your airline tickets, traveler's checks, credit cards, driver's license, passport, and such, make a list of all the serial numbers. You'll have to report these numbers if any of these items are lost. One easy way to record these numbers is to photocopy the documents themselves. The copies, of course, should be kept separate from the originals when you're traveling. All of your luggage should be labeled inside and out with your name, address, and telephone number. It is advisable to use a business address and phone number rather than your home so that you do not advertise an unoccupied home. You should be sure that you pack eyeglasses, medicines, and important papers in a small carry-on bag and keep that bag where you can keep your eyes on it. If possible, include necessary toilet articles and 1 day's change of clothing in case your suitcases should go astray. When you reach your hotel room, remember, there's a different person in that room almost every night, and there may be some other keys in circulation. Don't leave anything valuable in your room when you go out, even if it is locked in your suitcase. If you want to leave valuables at the hotel, check them into the hotel safe. It is a good idea to carry with you a batch of envelopes so that you can seal your valuables in them each time you give them to the hotel clerk. When you are in your room, particularly when you retire for the evening, be sure that the deadbolt is locked and that the chain on the door is secured. One of the best ways to reduce your risk when you're traveling with someone else is to divide the wealth. Each of you should carry half the money and half the traveler's checks. If you're planning a trip abroad this summer, it is a good idea to take these necessary precautions so that you can avoid problems and needless disappointments. And be sure to enjoy your vacation. This is Adrienne Eisner of the Consumer Affairs Office in East Brunswick. If you have any questions on consumer protection, please call us at our office, 390-6954. We're there Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. Please join us again next week on Consumer Aware.
Just a reminder, our summer cable schedule goes into effect July 7th. There will be no Saturday cablecasts throughout July and August. Saturday casts will resume as of September 8th. And as always, for program particulars, check our schedule in the Sentinel or on Channel 8.